we're in this place where decision needs to be made, okay? Like clarity needs to come into play, but it's not necessarily like we need to be waiting for clarity. Initially I was thinking because the planets are aligned for clarity, yada yada, I would be getting a message or something would be telling me like exactly what I needed to be doing, like what choices I needed to be making. But I don't necessarily think that that's the case. What I do think it is, however, is I think that we are going to be the ones bringing clarity into our own lives. So you need to make the decision of what it is that you want to be doing. However, it's not like you have to be sitting down and like really racking your brain at this. I think it's about the fact that like you intuitively already know what the right decision is for you. You've been thinking about it for so long. Like, yes, there are moments where you think maybe that decision isn't the right decision for you, but it's like at the end of the day, a majority of the time, you kind of have already made this choice for yourself. And there is a potential that like old habits or old like relationships could be slipping back into looking like a norm, right? And that's rough. That's a struggle. Like, I don't know if you guys have been through any cyclical types of relationships or cyclical types of just life patterns and habits, but it is very, very tough it's very tough to break those cycles, okay? And you can go through times where you're so sure that you need to break them and like you know what you want, but then you can go through times where this cycle is just so comforting to you because it's so predictable now, right? Like sometimes we can really, really desire what is predictable and what we know the outcomes of, even if they're not necessarily the best outcomes for us, even if they're not necessarily like things that make us feel fulfilled or good about ourselves. So right now, I think it's about the fact that like the planets are lined up in a way that is for clarity, like the Mercury being in Aries, I believe. I think that is basically saying this is a time where you are going to be more clear on what it is that you genuinely actually want. And we've known this all along. So, you know, like when you go to any of those like intuition videos or whatever, and they're like, pick a stone or pick a crystal, you have like this inclination to go for a certain crystal within seconds of seeing it, faster than that. Like within a percentage of a second, your heart like knows what to pick, and then it's like your logical mind kicks in to change your mind and be like, I don't know, maybe that's not the best choice. What I want you to start listening to is that first intuitive response, that first thing that tells you this is what you want to go do. That's the clarity. That's the clarity. That is the voice that you should be listening to. That's the decisiveness that you're looking for, is inside of trusting yourself and that intuition that you have. Like, again, it's like unconsciously you make these decisions instantaneously with your intuition, and now it's just time to tap in a little bit deeper and listen to those things. I've been getting a lot of messages saying that people that are spiritual are going to be, that are in this collective especially, are going to be going through, I don't want to say another spiritual awakening, but I want to say like a enhancement of your spiritual gifts, and the closeness that you think you have to spirit now is only going to get enhanced and only going to get better. I really think you're going to access that by trusting yourself more and paying attention to what your intuition is trying to tell you. The clarity that we're seeing astrologically will bring clarity in what is your intuition and what is that logical voice trying to logic your way out of every single little thing, okay? So that's all I really wanted to come on here today to say, is that it is really time to pay attention to what your soul is asking of you. And your intuition is your soul, in my mind. That higher power, that higher version of yourself. This could be the higher power too. I mean, there's a reason I said that. But that higher version of yourself that lives within you, the higher power, maybe I said that for a reason. The higher power that lives within you, that's it talking to you. And if you can enhance that communication, if you can make that more like sturdy and strong and trust in it, then of course your intuitive gifts are going to only be enhanced, because you're learning how to listen to the divinity within you. Ooh, that was good. Hey, okay. I kind of like that. Wait, am I listening to the divinity in me? This is fun. Okay. But yeah, guys, listen to your intuition. Like, be positive, guys. Like, I don't know where you are, but it's turning to spring here, and I can feel a physical difference. Like, I wonder if it does have to do with the seasons at all. Like, if you're getting into a place of, like, where it's starting to get colder where you are you starting to feel, like, a little bit more, like, were you maybe a little bit more hyped on life and it's getting a little bit cooling down? Like, because there's a big part of me that's starting to say, like, especially if you're very, like, spiritually gifted and intuitive and very connected, that you are going to be affected by the seasons changing. That's like a very big sign of alignment, in my opinion, is that you go through things as the earth goes through things, because you're very connected and aligned. Like right now, we're finally getting into the place where the mountains are all the snow's melting off the mountains. The snow is kind of like going away. We're starting to warm up, you guys, and I can feel that in my own body, in my own life. I can feel, like, honestly, like the depressive episodes I've been having melt away, and I can feel a lot more of that excitement and rebirth. Rebirth, let me tell you. I think it's like time to take everything that we've learned and now assimilate it and flip it into the place where it's not only just an experience we had that was a negative, but something that now is being integrated into our life as a lesson. Okay, so it's time to listen to yourself. It's time to pay close attention to what each of the things that have happened to you have actually meant for you in your life, what it's teaching you, and how to integrate it in your life in a positive and resourceful way. And go live your life, babes. Go live your life. You're getting closer and closer to everything you've been asking for. Your butterfly wings are out of the cocoon. You are officially out of the freaking cocoon. You're out of the cocoon. And now you just need to iron out your wings. You need to learn how to use them. You need to remember that you're not imprisoned anymore in this cage. You are free now. You're free to go live your life exactly how you want to. You're only captured, you're only caged by your mind at this point. And so now is all about the clarity of mind, which we can get by more closely listening to our intuition. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm headed to yoga right now. Got some yoga in. Really ground yourself. It's go time. It's go time, you guys. So have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you soon.